Onwards. I shall lead the way. All paths converge. Onwards. Be swift. Soar against the winds.
Hello. I received Chacona's memo. To think the head of the Thessalias approached you when I was still in negotiations with her emissaries.
May I pray for anything specific for you?
Was it meant to be a diversion all along? They invited you and you alone. As a Montelli, I'm in no...
One moment, please. I shall inform Milady of your arrival.
That won't be necessary. To keep our honored guest waiting would be most improper. Especially when it was I who extended the invitation. Cantarella Thessalia, 36th matriarch of the Thessalia family. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. Honorable Laureate, the new crown of the Carnival. Very well. If you insist, I see no reason to refuse. You may also call me Cantarella. Now, shall we proceed to my study? Won't you have a seat? I hope you'll accept this tea as my way of apologizing for the incident with Gilberto. Members of the family may have troubled you, but there is no stain that can't be washed away. Every sorrow has its own way of fading, don't you think? You still hold a grudge? Won't you accept my apology?
This tea, is it from Jinjo?
I invited you here to ask that you might serve as a mediator.
Before we get into that, there's something I want to know.
I imagine it concerns the Phasalia family's true beliefs. It would seem Gilberto's mind is beyond saving. But let's not dwell on that. What is your opinion on the current state of Raguna? So you've noticed something is amiss? As expected, from someone who's felt the weight of a Threnodian invasion firsthand. And what exactly do you find most unsettling?
Why haven't the Threnodian and the Sentinel ever shown themselves?
Because the Threnodians' invasion of Raguna has long since concluded. The Threnodian, so named Leviathan, possesses the power to merge and assimilate. It uses distorted beliefs to spread a spiritual plague that slowly devours civilizations from within. Though the previous two attempts were thwarted, the tall mast of the galleon that is Raguna has already been snapped in half. Now the blissfully ignorant masses walk hand in hand toward an abyss they cannot see. Friend or foe? As a newcomer to this land, can you really tell them apart? Yes. And no. On one hand, there's the truth of the Order's beliefs. On the other, there's our family. The Threnodian doesn't take kindly to those who know the truth. We've always been under its whispers. Once the soul fractures, the mind will follow, until only a puppet remains. Now that we've come this far, there's nothing for me to hide. My only hope is that once you learn everything, you will carefully consider my request. Come. The truth you seek lies in the deepest part of the castle.
It's thick with dust. Hard to believe they're truly worshipping it.
Curious about that statue.
The aroma from these plants. It's the same scent that was in the study.
This is it. Are you prepared?
Yes.
Now that we're here, I'm afraid I can't let you leave, even if you want to.
Wind, guide me.
Just as I expected, the Threnodian took notice of you the moment you learned the truth. What you see in the sanctuary is the Sentinel in their true form. A majestic steed that galloped with the wind, not a creature of the ocean's depths. The Order worships a half-horse, half-sea creature divinity, a form the Sentinel assumed only after being corrupted by the Threnodian. Although the Sentinel's will has yet to fade, who knows how much longer they can endure. I wish to ask you to persuade the Sentinel of Jinzhou, Jue, to come to Rinascita, to save Imperator. In return, I will agree to whatever condition or request you make. I understand the position you are in. Word has it that you're currently staying at a hotel and are at odds with the Order. Perhaps a stay at my estate would suit you for the remainder of your time in Rinascita. I can offer you a glimpse into Rinascita's past, and you'd be spared the Order's unwelcome attention.
There might still be a path forward. Carlotta once helped me interpret some stained glass images. The story it told was very similar to what you've described, only more biased towards the Order. It mentioned a Maiden who would emerge as the Sentinel's resonator and later save Rinascita. Do you think that's also a lie?
Care to elaborate? The part regarding the Maiden isn't entirely fiction. The Sentinel does indeed appoint a Maiden to be their resonator, though not in the way the Carnival would have you believe. No. It's through resonance with a very particular artifact. That's because Imperator wields the power to split and manipulate space. With it, they can withdraw a portion of power. That power's frequency will match the Imperator's own. This is how the Sword of Divinity, Turvin, came to be. A blade sealed with the very powers of the Sentinel, and the artifact used to select their resonator. To resonate with the sword is to resonate with the sentinel. Only the chosen one may hope to draw it.
Then, what about Cardathea?
The martyred maiden. The nature of her resonance is unclear to me. Perhaps she resonated with the Threnodian, or perhaps with the Sentinel in its corrupted form. But choosing her could not have been the Sentinel's will. That's because the Maiden was already dead. In the past, each year the Phasalia family would hold the Divine Trials to select those with the strongest will. These young women would attempt to resonate with Turvin's powers. While overclocked, of course. Though none succeeded, some saw fragments of the truth hidden within the resonance. I was one of them. There was a moment where I glimpsed the Sentinel's corrupted form and the inverted ruins suspended in the sky. I also learned that only Turvin can break the barrier of that sonorosphere. When I awoke from that vision, I discovered a line of words inscribed onto my hand. I would never mistake my own handwriting. That is precisely why I'm searching for other possibilities. The words were, "The Maiden is dead."
An inverted ruin suspended in the sky. Her and Cardathea's descriptions bear many similarities. If Turvin is the key to entering the sonorosphere, it stands to reason that Imperator may have played a role in the sphere's creation. If I can confirm that Turvin was truly left by Imperator, at least it would prove that neither are lying. Cantarella said she was overclocking when she tried resonating with Turvin. That's exactly what happened with Jinchi. Could Imperator be trying to restore their power through a second awakening? If that's the case, my permission should cause a reaction. That's one way to confirm what they're saying.
By all means. Rover, who are you really? The Sentinel's arbiter?
Well, I have some information and theories of my own. Care to hear them?
Please, enlighten me. I would never have imagined someone already considered a martyr could still be alive. What surprises me even more is the connection you have with the Sentinel. We Thessalians revere Imperator as our one true divinity, and yet, here you stand, the arbiter of the Sentinel. Would it be more fitting to address you as Master? Then, I present my request once more. Are you willing to help rescue our Sentinel and pull Rinascita back from the brink of chaos? Turvin can only serve its purpose while in your hands. You should have it.
The only question now is how we reach Cardathia and Imperator's Sonorosphere.
We can discuss it on the way.
So you're the one that Cardathia sensed wandering outside the Sonorosphere?
A question that you already know the answer to. Why bother asking? Although being described as a jellyfish. There is a cable car in the lower levels of the Thessalia estate that leads directly to the Sonorosphere. The mechanism beside that wall can activate the lifts.
Are all these mechanisms really necessary?
Convenience isn't the only reason for having them. Some were specifically built in case an outsider decided to visit. You seem perturbed. Are you still gathering your thoughts?
Everything that's happened has all lined up so perfectly. It makes me think it's too good to be true.
I'd like to share a different perspective. Rivers eventually converge into the same ocean. If a goal is mutual, then it's only a matter of time before they meet. Our choices and our will have led us to this situation, not the wishes of fate.
You are quite different from what the rumors say.
Oh, and what rumors have you heard?
That you're a recluse, a mystic, obsessed with the crafting of poison. Oh, and that you poisoned your predecessor? Those kinds of rumors.
A recluse? On the contrary, I've been searching for a solution to the Sentinel's plight, and rarely return to Rinascita. After most of my leads fell short, a friend at Mingting in Huanglong introduced me to the stories they were telling of you.
A friend?
All the affairs of Huanglong states eventually land in one person's hands. Would you care to take a guess at the identity of this friend of mine?
Why not put the other rumors to rest?
Because the rest of them are all true. I see it'll take more than that to rattle you, huh? I assure you, this is no jest. We Thessalians have lived under the Threnodians' whispers for generations. Once the soul fractures, the mind will follow, until only a puppet remains. When the soul of the ruling head falters, Thessalia tradition dictates that the successor usher them into eternal slumber, with a poison of their own making. My succession ritual, well, an unforeseen incident gave rise to whispers that sparked those rumors.
How long has this been going on?
For centuries. Every generation. Outside, they call me the Bane, but historically every head of the Thessalia family has carried such a title. It just so happens that I am the most potent one yet. We've reached the old seminary's undercrypt. The gateway into the Sonorosphere itself lies at its center. We shall continue on foot from here. Strange. This area was clear of tacit discords on my last visit, and there's no tacit field nearby. Could they have come from the Sonorosphere itself?
Didn't think there would be goalpuffs here.
Interesting. I've never seen such little creatures before. Would you mind sparing a few for me?
I'd better not ask what she plans to do with them.
The road ahead will not be an easy one.
What exactly happened here?
The second dark tide. It occurred right here at the Avenolium, the largest seminary ever built by the Order. It arrived on the very day the Blessed Maiden passed her trial and was crowned by the Order. A day when the leaf burned brighter than ever. And when the darkness came, none escaped. These days, what most people remember is the seminary disappearing into the sky. But in truth, the dark tide that should have spread across Rinascita vanished along with it. Yet due to a lack of records, the second dark tide slowly faded from memory. I was there when it all happened, still an ordinary member of the family, watching it unfold from a boat just outside the seminary. It wasn't until later, when I attempted to resonate with Turvin, that I gained a partial glimpse of the Sonorosphere's interior.
It sounds like someone inside the seminary did something to stop the spread.
Precisely. It could very well have been Cartithia's doing, but, as with the first time, there's also the chance it was the Sentinel who... The gateway into the sonorosphere is just on the other side of this bridge. This is the furthest I've ever managed to venture. Judging from the bits of information the Sentinel gave me, Turvin is the key to entering the sonorosphere. And who can wield the Sword of Divinity but a blessed maiden?
But you said you left yourself a message saying,
Perfect weather for a walk.
I will be there for everyone as we head toward our shared future, leaving the past behind. The maiden was dead.
That's why I sought aid from the other Sentinels. It's a shame they all refused. Luckily, you've brought me a new hope.
Laureate, you have come. Greetings. I'm Thea, and you are?
Cantarella Physalia.
Oh, a Physalia. It seems your ties with the Order are more complicated than they appear.
I had the privilege of watching the Blessed Maiden's performance at the Carnival once. I'm rather surprised. After all this time, you still look exactly as you did that day. But you and I should be around the same age.
I'm also unsure of what's happened to me. I've been searching for answers. This must be the Sword of Divinity. Turvin. The one with the Sentinel's powers sealed within.
You shouldn't have knowledge of this sword.
Memories flowed into my mind just as you entered the sonorosphere, granting me information about the sword's origins.
Cantarella said that only those who resonate with Turvin are granted glimpses of its knowledge.
Would you mind if I tried touching it? The question of whose resonator I am is now perfectly clear. If I am not the Sentinel's resonator, then that must mean...
Don't jump to conclusions just yet. That doesn't prove you're the Thermodian's resonator, nor that you aid its cause.
Huh? This connection formed between the Sentinel and the Thermodian, the second Dark Tide, and the forming of this sonorosphere.
right now, you're the sole survivor of whatever happened that day. You really don't remember anything?
As you spoke, I remembered a few more things. There are 2 other swords. The Sword of Discord, Hognis, and the Sword of Virtue, Haltier. Yes. Did you see them too? Placing the 3 swords on their respective pedestals should break the seal over the main tower. But why would this information be revealed to me now? Is this the Threnodians' doing?
If we do nothing, we'll never get any answers. Instead of speculating, we should use the clues we've gathered so far.
Lady Maiden.
Please, Cartathea would suffice. I am but a fake after all.
I've waited for this moment. This chance to save the Sentinel. And my family. I will not turn back, even if this does turn out to be a trap. If the thought of the final answer troubles you, then I suggest you step aside. Rover and I will take care of this matter.
Since you are willing to overlook the possibilities of a trap, then there's no reason for me to worry and turn away. I underestimated your resolve. I'm sorry. Simply place Turvin on the pedestal behind me, and this tower will elevate itself.
What you said to Cartathea back there.
Rather effective.
Are you all right? The gravity that occupies this space is the opposite of what you're used to. It took me some time to get used to it too. I I believe it's to prevent them from falling to the ground. Tacit discords, the dark tide, and these ruins themselves.
I imagine it's also a symbolic reminder that our beliefs have been turned on their head. This view matches with what I saw at the time.
Until you get used to the gravity here, I suggest we travel via phone. It's the name I gave to a gondola.